はいどうも、アルミラです。それでは続きやっていきます。リージョンのひどさを広めろっつうけど、リージョンがニプトンを襲撃した住人は全員殺されていたよ。
There's no way. We're miles from the Colorado. They aren't even waiting for the dam to fall. They're already inside the borders. We'll never stop them. Not at this rate. We're doomed. Thanks for bringing the word. Even if the news is bad, I'll let the men know.
どうするか。じゃあ捕虜を助けに行くか。さて、人質というか捕虜というか、あそこにいるのかな。
お前じゃ。
You'll pay for that. There you are.
は。
落ちたな。
悪人っつってどっちが悪人だっつう話よ。何も言わんのかい。
痛くなりますよな。部活かな、もうでもな。うわー、疲れたもん。
ノバック。ここが目的地か。
Who sent you? I ain't talking. They tried to get me to talk before, but I didn't say nothing. And I don't aim to now, by gum.
誰がお前の口を割らせようとした。
Confound it, no bark, you done it again. You let on that you know things. Now they'll never let you be. All right, stranger, you got me. What do you want to know?
チェックのコートを着た男を探してるんだ。そんな奴を見たことないか。
Sure have. Camouflage that coat was, trying to hide from extraterrestrials what can only see in black and white checkers. But they're not fooled, because he forgot to put checkers on his face. I told him so, and he seemed to take it to heart. They stayed here a night, and was up by the dinosaur, talking to the sniper fella with the mustache a couple of times. If anyone asks, we never spoke.
Victor.
Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit if it ain't my old friend from Good Springs.
ノバックで何をしている？
Don't rightly know. I just got the notion to make my way to New Vegas. Reckon I'll find out when I get there.
会うなんて奇遇だな。
Seeing how this is the only road around, I'd be a sight more surprised if we didn't run into each other from time to time. Likewise, friend, likewise. Is there anything old Vic can do you for? No, don't believe I did. But you might ask around. The Novak folk usually see anyone traveling this way. Be seeing you.
おい、開いてんじゃん。
マニー、お前は正しい選択をした。我々を宿泊させ、それを秘密にしたことだ。我々が、ウィーゼルベニーのボスから荷物を盗んだため、彼は落ち着きがない。非常にイライラさせられる。しかし、ボルダーシティへの道を通ると分かったとき、お前は手にすることができると確信した。その他のカーンズが望むものを言わせてくれ。私はお前の忠誠がどこにあるのか知っている。いつかお前はどこに属しているのか思い出すだろう。そしてお前の兄弟姉妹は決して脱退しないも同然なお前が戻ってくることを歓迎するだろう。我々を見つける方法は知っていますね。マクマラフィー。こっから登れるのか。
おい、開いてんじゃん。
すげえな。
Welcome to the Dino Bite gift shop. My name's Cliff. If you're here for the T-Rex figurines, you're just in time. There's still a few left. Well, there's T-Rex figurines, of course. That's our bread and butter. We also have an assortment of the Repcon factory souvenirs, rockets, things of that nature. Guns? Well, darn it, no one... They're scale replicas of the real thing. Very detailed. Got a liquid in them that makes them glow. From what I hear, Repcon used to give them out on tours of their HQ up in Henderson. But I guess they had to stop after the first few kids thought they were filled with Nuka-Cola and drank it down. The papers had a name for the condition and everything. They called it the Repcon Shakes. Those were bad times for Robco. Well, they unloaded what they had left on the Dinobite as a tax write-off, but that was before my time. Plenty of demand for them, seeing as how they're one-of-a-kind collector's items, but I might still have some in back. Come back soon now.
What's going on, man? I'm Manny. I'm on security detail here. You see a rifle barrel sticking out of the dinosaur's mouth, you got a 50-50 shot it's me. Otherwise, it's Boone. You name it. Anything that comes within 1,000 yards that looks like trouble. Lately, we've been getting ghouls, coming from the road to Repcon out to the west. Quite a few last couple days. The big threat is the Legion coming from the east. If they decide to attack with a full force, they'll run us over. But so far, we've been lucky. Boone's a sniper, same as me. Used to spot for him when we were enlisted with the NCR. After we got out, I talked him into settling down here. So, here we are. I'd introduce you, but we're not so friendly right now. Me and his wife, we didn't see eye to eye on some things. We had some pretty big arguments. One day, she turns up missing, and he hasn't said a word to me since. Man, you name it. See, I grew up in North Vegas. Me and my cousins, we were some bad seeds. Got in with a gang, I loved it. Then something happened, and I couldn't handle it anymore. So, I enlisted, earned my future, brought down my best friend to share that future with me. And here was this woman who was too good for it, trying to take him away. So yeah, I didn't see eye to eye with the bitch. Were they tough? I was in the cons, man. It doesn't get any badder. Oh, it was great. I wouldn't trade it. Something about that lifestyle, the discipline, seeing new places, making people safe. What's not to like? Well, I just felt like it was time, you know? Wanted to have a home. Plus, I was up at Camp Golf when Bitter Springs went down. I faked like I was sick to get out of going because I knew some of the people there. But when everybody came back, nobody would tell me what happened, and people would call us murderers sometimes when we showed up to secure towns. I still don't know exactly. Just that a lot of people died who didn't want to be a part of the fighting at all. I don't blame anybody for it. There's so much chaos when you're fighting. You're lucky not to shoot your own guys. But it did take something out of it for me. Just wasn't the same. So when it came time to re-enlist, I just took my papers and walked. Yeah, see ya.
メインクエスト的には、ボルダーシティでグレートカーンを捕まえる。だからボルダーシティに行かなきゃなんだけど、その前に、西にあるレプコン施設へ向かいグールの活動についての噂の調査を行う。いやいや、どうもどうも。
This is a restricted area. State your business.
NCR の味方だ。手伝えることは。
Your being here is a start, soldier. We aren't exactly overflowing with troopers here. But if you really want to help us, talk to the idiot with sunglasses in the back of the plant building. He's been trying to get this place running for months and hasn't made any forward progress.
発電所を防衛するのならより多くの兵が必要なのでは？
There should, but we're not getting much power out of it, so none of our enemies have big interest in it either. Not like Hoover Dam, anyway. We had a real fighting force here just long enough to take it from the Brotherhood of Steel. Then they got sent east to the dam like everybody else. Caesar's Legion sends skirmishers every so often. prodding for weaknesses mostly. The reality is, if they really wanted it, we'd all be dead.
BOS はなぜここにいたんだ？
Damned if I know. Put up a hell of a fight, though. We had them outnumbered, I don't know, 20 to 1 maybe? They held out as long as they could, lost most of their force before they retreated. Gave us a little parting gift, too. They had some of the plant running, but they shut it all down. Enabled an old security system, too, to keep us away from the controls. Jerk-offs.
なぜあんたは最前線ではなくここにいるんだ？それほど重要な場所なのか？
I ask myself the same question all the time. But energy is hard to come by around here. Gives you more control over this area than troops ever could. Hell, if we lose the dam to the Legion, this little plant may be our last stand. Later.
別クエスト、先こっちやるか。
おい、全然いる気じゃん、お前。
え？
やべえやべえ。
Come on!
あってこんなやろ。あってこんなやろ。行くぞー！どこだ気持ちいい。落ちたな。興奮すんの？こいつすげえ変態だぜ。のれんに落ちたな。ああ、もうめちゃくちゃだよ。
さて気を取り直していくか。
Hey, man. Who the hell are you? They bring you in to replace me? They're replacing me, aren't they?
お前精神状態おかしいよ。
落ち着いて誰かを追い出すためにここへ来たわけじゃない。
Damn right.
やめろ。
Goddamn right. Why would you? You can't top this guy. Just a little more time. You can't keep Fantastic down for long.
なんやと。
Worried? Do I look worried to you? I've got this under control, baby. No one else can do what I do here.
ここでどんな仕事をしてるんだ？
What else? I'm in charge. This whole operation depends on me. No Fantastic, no power. Got the whole NCR suckling my teats, and it feels so good.
なんやこいつ。一体何を成し遂げようとしてるんだ？
Well, see, we're getting power because the guy running this place is fantastic. But the mirrors outside aren't aimed right, so we're running at 1% efficiency, and I guess that just isn't good enough for some assholes. Trouble is, most of the controls for this place aren't here. They're in the tower. And that place has some crazy pre-war security system that the dumb shit NCR set off when they took over. Killed 2 guys. Now they won't go near it. They want me to make an omelet, but I can't break any of their eggs. Know what I'm saying?
どのようにしてミラーを新しい目標に向けさせるんだ？
There's these 2 terminals outside. They control the mirrors. I tried fooling with them, but didn't get very far. You'd have to get them to talk to the mainframe up in the tower, then do the rest from up there. Hey, you're not thinking about going up there, are you?
今すぐできる。
Well, hey, if you find yourself up at the mainframe, do yourself a favor and make sure you send the power to the right place. It needs to go to the Strip and McCarran. Here, you'll want this. It's the password to one of the terminals outside. Found it written on one of the stalls in the bathroom.
It's unusual to see a new face here. Are you a soldier or a scientist?
ただの放浪者だ。
I see. Then you must have some special business here for them to have let you through. Interesting. Forgive me for prying, but I'm curious. Are you with a particular group?
多分あなたは私がどこに忠誠を誓っているか次第で殺すこともできたはずだ。これがあんたの仕事なんだろう。あなたはどこの者なんだ？
Very well, yes. I'm part of the followers of the apocalypse.
アポカリプス。
If you're not familiar, we seek peace and the spread of knowledge. Knowledge that must never be lost to the world. Now your turn.
唯一無二の忠誠は自分自身に捧げている。
Then for everyone's sake, I hope you serve a worthy master. Are you a maker of war or peace?
平和。
That's reassuring. Although many who've made that claim to the followers of the apocalypse over the years have had less than pure intentions. But if it's really as you say, then take my advice. This installation carries with it dangers that no one here has realized. Take care of what you do here and who you listen to. Some things are best left buried with the old world.
この場所はなんでただの発電所の割には重要なんだ？
I don't entirely know. Our records on the company that built this place suggest that their dealings were not only in energy, but also in weapons. And I've seen equipment here marked with symbols used by the pre-war military, targeting computers, shock sensors. A code word comes up repeatedly in the papers I've looked through here. Archimedes.
アルキメデスは彼らがここに建設した兵器だと思っているんだな。
Yes, and the technology they have in this facility is like nothing I've seen. Some of it reminds me of Enclave equipment, but more advanced. A weapon based upon it would be catastrophic, no matter who claimed it. It's no wonder the Brotherhood wouldn't give it up.
BOS はアルキメデスについて、知っていたと？
They weren't here for me to ask, but I doubt they were here for electricity. When the NCR first came here, it was under Brotherhood control. They usually steer clear of one another, but something here changed their minds. The Brotherhood's interest in pre-war technology has always been in weapons. It's likely they were trying to reclaim Archimedes when the NCR arrived.
なぜここに？
I was sent here when we saw that the NCR had taken it. We have no record of the facility, but its original builders were cause for concern. I'm to determine the threat level of this place and do everything in my power to prevent the revival of any dangerous pre-war technology. The NCR let me stay because they are desperate for answers about this place, but I've kept them in the dark.
NCR は私に発電所の出力を増大させる手伝いを頼んだ。
Then I would say do it. As long as the power of this plant is committed to the regional grid and not to a weapon, we are safe. If you're the one to restore output, then you can route the power where you choose, and they'll never be the wiser. I can't get you past the security in the tower, but I can be of some help. I've discovered a password for one of the mirror control terminals outside. You'll need it. Oh, the NCR has their own designs for it, no doubt, but resist the urge to send it only to the thriving communities. The need for power is great everywhere. Distributing it evenly is the most rational and humane choice.
なぜこのことに関して私を信頼したんだ？
I'm a man of letters. I'd be torn to pieces by the security system they have in that tower. I'd never reach the mainframe. But eventually, the NCR will. Or if not them, Caesar's Legion. They will use this place for war. Because the possibility exists you might do anything else, you're the only choice I have.
NCR はその武器について何も知らないのか？
Not yet. By some miracle, they've hired an imbecile to try and decipher the systems here. He spent months working at one console trying to get the solar reflectors to track the sun. What he doesn't know is that the only thing the console controls is the plant's intercom system. I tried to tell him, but he insisted that the largest console had to be the most important. Still, it's only a matter of time.
使徒オブ・アポカリプスについて聞きたい。
Humanity lost many things after the war. Methods of agriculture, techniques for survival. We took it upon ourselves to piece together this knowledge and bring it back to them. Other things weren't lost, but were blocked from our collective memory. Knowledge of what we're capable of and how things spiral out of control. It's in our nature to want to forget truths that keep us awake at night. And for that reason, it's all the more important that the followers walk the ways to remind people of them. We did for a time, but our goals differ. The NCR only cares to expand their wealth and their reach. For us, territory boundaries mean nothing, and prosperity has to be for everyone, not just citizens of the NCR. So parting was inevitable. While the NCR pushes east, we clean up the mess they leave behind, try to provide some stability. Goodbye.
あ、いた。 メインフレーム接続をリセット。こいつかな。
あ、そうですよね。
電力か。
あ、そっか。立たしてやるよ。ほら、待て。ほら。
おお、動いた。
涼しいか。ありがとうございます。
おお、直してくれた。
いい後輩を持ったな。
パワーグリッドの設定。あ、高い高い。これか。9時から3時か。これならいいかな。
よし。よし。
よし。
なんで大丈夫か。
何が一体どうなってんの。おお。
What can I help you with?
電力を供給した。
I saw that on the monitors here, and you sent it to Freeside, where power is in short supply. A respectable decision. Now that the NCR is more or less what they want, hopefully their curiosity about the plan is satisfied, and they'll dig no deeper. The followers will be grateful. Here, take these, as a parting gift. I hope you'll find them useful. Goodbye.
じゃあ、今回はちょっとここでね、キリがいいんで終わりにしたいと思います。それでは次の動画でお会いしましょう。バイ。